Salutations everyone, Penelope Stone here, and today we are going to be... Oh wow, why is that music so low? Probably shouldn't be quite that low. On the other hand, yeah, it's pretty loud. Anyway, today we are going to be doing another writing stream. I usually have text for that saying writing stream, but I appeared to... That's good. Do I have another one? Hey, there we are. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner. Let me hoist myself up here a little bit. There we go. But you can also call me Demise Avalon today because we'll be diving into the world of RP. In fact, let me get an image of my character up. Though the post you're seeing here is actually not my character's. It's actually my opponent's. I wrote my post to my opponent last time. I had my microphone down. But anyway, but you'll have to see that stream to see the whole post. But no, I'm just kidding. I actually don't have the post here, but pretty much we are fighting in a giant crystal city, and I appeared atop a tower all stoic and badass. My character's name is Demise Avalon. She is the Queen of Avalon and sort of an outer void entity, but ultimately for battle and for all tournament legal stuff, she is a crystal woman who uses the dark elemental and has powers evolved with her crystal body and crystal formations and stuff like that, especially in her higher forms. I am having a friendly spar against a relative newcomer to, at least to our circle. At least as far as I know. A lot of old heads might pop in and out and decide to not show themselves. That's perfectly valid, by the way. I'm not accusing Forza of doing that or anything like that. I'm just have ADHD and I get on random tangents. I fucking swear. But anyway, point being, this fighter has a lot of promise. I think it should be fun to battle them, and in fact, it might be hard to break their shield, but okay. But they are a shield knight. I'm going to read off their reply, because I think that's only fair to do. You have to know what the fuck I'm doing. But just for context, Crystal City in an outer realm, sort of like some outer reach space world you would see in D&D, where you would maybe see some outer entities and shit. Kind of like that, but more of the vibe that the final level in Kingdom Hearts 1 gave you, especially towards the end with the crystals, but with buildings and shit instead. Sort of like it's emulating... It's sort of like if AI was trying to render a town and did it badly. Oh my god, is my character a fucking, Oh no, I just realized my character is a metaphor for AI. For generative AI. We're trying to emulate humans by taking what they have, but we'll never fully be there. So we're just an abomination, no matter what our intentions are. Oh god, I accidentally unlocked secret Avalon lore. Emulate humans by taking what they have. I can definitely afford to turn the music up a little bit. Maybe not that much. Is it better? Unlock secret Avalon lore. UI's AI is kind of shit sometimes. Emulate humans by taking what they have. I can definitely afford to turn the music up a little bit. Okay, I'm testing it now. Sorry if you're hearing the feedback loop. Is it better? Unlock secret Avalon lore. Oh god, the feedback loop is now there. Yep, let's not do that. But let's see. Oh, I forgot I was having an important fucking Discord conversation before I started stream, but it's too late for that now. We are going to read up Forza's post. He is a shield knight. You know what? Let me pull up images of our characters if I can find ones real quick. Here's a disclaimer. Roleplay uses edited photos. We take original art, edit it. It represents our characters. It's a little shady. Maybe not as shady as, something like, AI, which I guess but I do admit it's a problem. We probably shouldn't do it, but most of us are broke. Let's see, I can't just save Discord images. So that's annoying. But I think they do have an Annie. Yeah, they have an Annie account. I remember. Because they were trying to have a RP with one of my brothers. I think they might just use... Is it just Shield Knight? I don't know. I'm sorry for being a ignorant fuck, but I am. But let me pull up my opponent first. Trying to remember how to do things. Media source, I think. Browse. Downloads. What the fuck? Where is it at? Cancel. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Amazing. All files, maybe? Ah, there's all files. That did not work. Oh, I think I picked the wrong thing. I think there's one. Yeah, there's one for just image. I'm a dummy. Ignore me. Here's my opponent. So this is what this person is going to be doing. And let me pull up my character real quick. This one is an edit of Tifa Lockhart. And just... I guess trigger warning? She has cake. Let's see. You know what? Let me look up Tifa art. Okay, I feel bad for bringing these up. I'm gonna only bring this one up briefly because I should be bringing up the original artist for all these. And there's no excuse that I'm not doing that, so I'm gonna take this off the screen. No. I'm gonna bring my character edit on the screen because it is a nice edit. And I'm gonna try to find the original artist below after the stream and give them credit. And if it turns out they're AI, I will put that disclaimer and apologize and do better next time. But right now I'm kind of doing things off the cuff, recovering from a cold, so I hope you forgive the scuff and somewhat lack of ethics, I suppose, due to laziness and the other reasons I have stated. But yeah, this is essentially what my character looks like. This is an edited picture of Tifa Lockhart. Let's see, Tifa fan art, liquid body, because it is a very peculiar. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up being an AI artwork. I could do, okay, reverse image search. Let me do that. Reverse image search. We're doing research live on air. Things that I should have done before the stream and before I brought potentially it's fucking copy image. 0 matches. Okay, no, 0 matches for my edited one. It's not too surprising. Okay, the other one though should be a lot cleaner. So let me copy that image. This one should be... because I think this is just an original. Really? Maybe theirs was edited. Huh. Well, that completely failed. I apologize. Well, I'll try to have credit later, but for now, these are the characters in this roleplay. They shall be fighting. Who will win? Crystal Girl or Shield Guy? That is what we are going to find out. Let me make them smaller. And once again, I apologize if these end up being fucking AI or something horrible and scummy. And I will legitimately try to find the original artist. And if I can't find him in time, I will never do this again. And just say that this was me being scuffed. I'm an independent VTuber. Please have mercy. But anyway, without further ado, let's read their post. Okay, let's... Yep, Shield Guy is up. So let me figure out how to move myself, because my window is way too damn big, actually. But yeah, this is Shield Guy. This is their post. And we are going to be reading it. Though maybe he shouldn't be taking up my image. There we go, there we go. I swear I know what I'm doing. Yep. Totally. Yeah, I know I just streamed for the first time a few months ago. I totally haven't been doing this off and on for the past 14 fucking years. Holy shit. Why haven't I given up yet? It was eerie moving through a place so clearly meant for life, yet glaringly vacant. The cross architecture and dirt roads set the setting for a vibrant culture and community, yet remained untouched and hollow. It was another ominous feature of this crumbling space between realms. In truth, Forza had no idea just how he came to such a forsaken place, but knew his objective remained the same: victory. It has been almost a year since Forza was relegated to live through life as a fugitive. Okay, is Forza the name of Shield Knight, and it's just literally Shield Knight? Or is he just taking Shield Knight's backstory? Shield Knight anime name. Okay, I think it is just... Might literally just be Shield Knight. Yeah, it might look a little different, but it's same idea either way. I thought I was gonna find a lead there, but I'll get over it. Cursed with bearing the weight of a wicked shield, feasted upon feasting upon his energy. It was not long ago, after embarking upon a tiresome road, that the young Regulus found themselves at the gates of Babylon, hungry for answers. Alas, Avalon's finest mages and scholars found it codes the curse's mysteries. A lot had changed since that time. Forza learned to solve his own mysteries. The frightened boy on the run grown a scrappy survivor holding his own. Today, the lower-bone ruffian, born fated as insignificant as societal scorn, was set clashed toe-to-toe with a woman born to affluence, power, and royalty nobility. Not quite. I can understand how they got that impression. It was more like I formed in the void, though. I kind of just created my own kingdom around me from there. Forza was tall, standing 6'4". Oh, excuse me. And long limbs that hung loosely at his sides. He was leanly built with a subtle but defined muscular mass, although it could hardly be distinguished beneath his white tank top and tattered military jacket, which has been disheveled and patched with ambiguous, colorful symbols. He wore dark pants of a tough and elastic material that allowed the full extension of his body without hindrance, along with gripped black boots. Upon Forza's back hung the item that so tormented yet gifted him well with the powers of twisted and voluntary exchange. The shield was tall towards The shield was tall towards Forzu's knee, spanning past his broad shoulders. Its face gleamed with a reflective silver and purple that seemed to dance with faint colors the more it moved in the light. Strange engravings were carved expertly into the trim of its unnatural metal, with the meanings lost to the time. I guess like the engravings on the shield he's talking about there. At its center had been embedded a large azure gem that for now rested dormant and still. Almost done here. There was something puzzling about the contender and the otherworldly guard. To the naked eye, they perhaps were normal enough. Anyone who gifted his senses of direct energy, however, we glare aware of the haunting bond the two shared. For the century burned brightly and loosely like a mismanaged flame. The shield, however, seemed to ooze an uneasy aura of its own. Interesting. Certainly not illegal, but you have to keep in mind that all energy, whether it's your item or yourself or your summons, or all three even, has to all equal the power of one charge each turn. I do want to do a big rules exhibition. I probably will do that when we have the season 2 rules up, and that will also be like sort of the informational guide for people who might want to get into this hobby. Maybe I'll even do like an edited video series for that as well. We'll have to see. But for now, oh, I didn't realize I still had my editor up. It was probably eating all kinds of bandwidth. I gotta be careful. And now will also be like sort of the Anyway, back to reading the post. Where Forza's was light and neutral, so there's a malice. This one tempered with malice and rage. The weight it carried was massive, yet so distant, like an ocean locked behind a small sealed door. Streams of salty water leaking at its seams. Its wicked coils into Forza's form, and ensnared the power radiating off of him. At the same time, however, it seemed to be blissfully unaware. Fighter was devouring the shield's might just the same. It was a constant trade, not unlike symbiosis. Is it symbiosis or symbiosis? Or are they both proper? Or do I just have a cold and can't pronounce anything? In fact, let me blow my nose real quick. Sorry about that. 5 seconds of that definitely wasn't me fumbling with the unmute button on my fucking headset. Nope, not at all. It was a trade in which half the parties were unaware and unconsenting. Forza stepped forward confidently with the rope wrapped hands tied neatly into his pockets and jacket, one hand for the person revealing his rope continued winding down. Orca flick on his sword silently. Okay, I'm sorry. I got into skimming mode there. That's a bad habit I get. But I forgot I was streaming for a second. Not literally, but Forza stepped forward confidently with his rope wrapped hands tucked neatly in his pockets in his jacket. Interesting that he's taken that stance. Noted. One hand combed through the dark hair and brushed, revealing a widening of his forearms. I doubt he'll be able to keep that stance by the time I jump down, though. I put myself at a disadvantage by being high up on the tower, honestly, because I'm not really going to do much with it. Actually, I am. I take that back. Nah, I'm not gonna do much with that. There's only one thing. Sort of to justify a move idea I have, and just to look really fucking cool. The organized flickered upon the sword. Miasma? That was the sky, finally before falling upon the mind. She was high, real high. Oh no. They're on to me. They know I'm real. I'm just kidding. Don't do drugs, kids. Also, kids, don't watch my stream. 18 plus. I need to update my Blue Sky to have all my information. I just haven't done that yet because I was unsure of how permanent it would be. But no, that is going to be my permanent social media little GitHub where I'm going to be posting all my streams and other stuff like that. I decided it's not mentally healthy to use X anymore. I mourn the loss of Twitter, but Twitter's dead, and X has taken its place, but let's not despair about that. Let's just get back to me reading this post really badly. Because waiting atop a crystal pillar, perhaps in an effort to catch his attention. Oi, lady! His rough... Oi, lady! His rough voice started across the empty city and echoed off the crystal walls. Y'all gonna come down here and fight, or should I have to come up my rock climbing gear for this? The crude attention forces. I have to admit, wouldn't it be funny if it's like, climb, bitch, come on! It wouldn't be a terrible idea. But no, I won't be that mean. Wouldn't make for a very interesting stream either. I got a little bit of soda on my fucking mouse. Let me try to wipe that off. Hoopa-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Okay. I guess that was my fucking mouse wiping fucking noises. But okay. This is what my opponent did. But what about me? Whoop. Nope, wrong one. Alright, I'm up the bat now. I am going to be writing my reply to what we just read. It seemed pretty... But yeah, it seemed pretty standard. But it dropped the lore of his character and basically everything you needed to know. Maybe I'll drop a little lore about myself as well. But let's get to it. Well, I guess I should get into a little bit of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna do an opening attack. Actually, kind of a chain attack. I don't think chain attacks are specifically very helpful, but at the same time, I want to kind of control the pace while not yeah, I want to like push the gas without costing any energy. I want to keep all my charges I've gained so far, which is 1 because you gain 1 in your starter, as did my opponent, as you saw there, the 0 + 1. I'll get into charge mechanics later in another stream, but too long didn't read version. Every turn you get 1 charge and you use them for your energy-based attacks. The more charge you have, the stronger your attacks are, or the stronger attack you can unlock. If it's like a spell or something, it's more of an honor system, gentleman's rule approach right now. We don't have, well, this spell costs this, that spell costs that, but we do have some general rule of thumbs, like at least 5 posts if you're going to nuke the entire battlefield, for example. And having a 5+, and even then, an AOE attack of that stature wouldn't be all that effective outside very specific situations like a battle royale. And results may vary depending on how we see the mechanics of the game. We're kind of in a new Wild West territory where we're taking the best bits of the old game that MySpace role-playing was built on and kind of refining and streamlining it. But we'll get into that more later. And I think having edited videos about it could legitimately make people be interested in it. It's something I wanted to do before it even attempted to do, but after I did the intro video for it, I never made another video for it, and that video ended up garnering over 1,000 views. It was in my past life self. So it's nothing I would ever want to be on the internet again, but maybe I can try to revitalize that series and give it another go, but edit several episodes ahead of time, just to know I'm taking it seriously, but I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. But for now, let's begin to post the crystalline. I knew I did not spell that correctly. I'm gonna be honest, I am not the best speller at all. Without spell check and grammar tools, I'd be fucked. Speaking of fucked, I'm going to get a cough drop here. Also, give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright. The crystalline woman. Okay, good. You can see my text. I was actually legitimately worried about that. You have a potential viewer. Welcome. We are writing a roleplay post. We're actually getting started. I'm replying to this shield boy who showed up, and I'm on top of a crystal tower. I'm about to jump down and be all badass and shit. Oh, excuse me. I did not mean for that. I should have muted before I coughed that. The crystalline woman saw the man appear in the city below. A smile crept on her face before she heard the loud man yell. His tone and aggression was amusing. Downright endearing. Actually, she was glad to pick such a rowdy first opponent to test out her new powers. Let's see. There were a few things the shield boy got wrong about her. Not that she couldn't know that yet. But she was not born of royalty, but rather created in a void. Her own origins currently lost to her. Despite strives to find it. Yep, so I'm dropping a little bit of lore about my character. Granted, rule-wise, none of us would really know this information about each other. So this is just like a little writer exchange kind of thing, and not for the characters themselves. As otherwise that would break into a rule known as metagaming, which is using in-world, out-of-world information for in-world events. It's a holdover from D&D and other traditional tabletop roleplay stuff, even though this is a very different and free-form version. I would almost say the way roleplay runs is a lot more like a card game, or yeah. I think a card game is a pretty. It's like if you're mixing free-range roleplay with the mechanics of a card game, where you're kind of building you have your character, it has its own build, weaknesses and strengths, and you're trying to use its abilities to overcome your opponent and their abilities. It feels very much like a TCG game sometimes, but you're creating the cards yourself, based on a set of gentleman rules that we all agree to follow to the best of our ability, but ultimately put fun first. Like, there could be a fight where both sides are probably breaking rules, but we just let it go, because they're having fun. They're agreeing to whatever gentlemen we are comfortable to this level. Granted, I have been considering, like, if the tournaments get, bigger than they are now, maybe we should switch to a refereeing system instead of a judging system where we wait for a ticket to be called. But we just don't have the manpower to do that yet, even for a smaller tournament. Oh, one second, I need a burp. Dr. Pepper is betraying me. Sorry, you have to subscribe to my OnlyFans to hear my burps. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna burp on purpose on stream eventually. Or by accident. Or both. Why is Live 2D up? Or VTuber Studio, rather. I don't need that yet. Soon though, soon though. Right around the corner, maybe. No exact date, no exact dates, but it would be cool to have a Live 2D debut around New Year's, but I'm not making any promises yet. She spider tries to find it. Her kingdom in this world formed along with her in her true form. In fact, this very body was a mere avatar. You know what? Let me actually review my post a little bit, because I could have already revealed a lot of this information. And I could just be rehashing old bullshit at this point. Here we go. Yes, he was once the Republic was a rider in a society we see them in the city. And their cover all the kingdom and still the queen couldn't help but the other two realms of Avalon unless there's the institute devices, what was a color twin. And neutral boundary and really universal sovereign. Yeah, fuck it. Some repetition of stories gonna happen as the roleplay continues, especially when there's long breaks in between posts. But I'm gonna keep it very brief anyway. Was a mere avatar for the true heart, and could not wield the maximum power of it. Perhaps. Oh! In fact, I think this would be good for the start of the next paragraph. Dup-dup-a-dup-a-dup-a-doo. Is dup-a-dup-a-dup-a-doo my fucking filler words? What the fuck is wrong with me? Perhaps that was something her and her opponent had in common to an extent. Though that is something she wouldn't be able to witness quite yet. But one thing was for sure. She felt two energies. Both faint. Yet ominous in nature. As Demise laughed slightly at the idea of staying up there and making the poor guy climb up, but she was far too interested in this phenomenon of her opponent, so she had to have a closer look. There we go. I think that came back pretty well. More Dr. Pepper. More energy. Yeah, probably after the stream I'm gonna eat something, and then I was thinking of playing Tetris or Phantasy Star after this. And just go camping. I'm thinking Phantasy Star though. Just because I don't... I'll decide. It doesn't matter. Let's continue the current stream we're on. At that thought... Demise would suddenly jump down at flickering speeds. This was not due to any particular movement abilities, but her dense... Yeah, okay, that's not how weight works. Like, literally not how weight works at all. Jump down at harrowing speeds from atop the crystal tower. Her body was strong. Her body was hard and durable, able to withstand impacts that would make a normal human splatter. Yet with grace she moved through the air. One hand... Okay, let me... The queen placed her right hand upon her... Or did I already have it? Let me check if I already had it on my sheath. Maybe. Wait. Let's see. So where the pillars was the right there. Let's see. Grasp it tightly. Press the itch to draw it. Okay, I already had it on my hand. Okay, I thought so. The queen still grasped her blade before suddenly jumping at herring speeds from atop the crystal tower. Her body was hard to... Almost like gliding. It was like gliding. She came harrowing. She came like gliding. She fell towards her opponent until landing roughly 10 yards for her. I use yards instead of meters or inches because I think for at least Americans and for me, I think of football, and you know how much like 5 yards and 10 yards is on a football field. So I like having that kind of visualization for how far away I am from any given opponent, and I like rounding to 5s and 10s because OCD, I guess. 10 yards from Forza. Just moments after he taunted her. Demise's body was hard and durable, able to withstand something a normal human centered, yet actually, yeah, I like that better. With grace, she moved fluidly through the air as if gliding, though it was merely falling with style. Then, with a thump, with a crashing sound, she landed roughly 10 yards from Forza, just moments after he taunted her. Okay. Maybe not the best way to word that, but we're gonna probably go back and proofread and read all this anyway. There was a crashing sound. She'd land roughly 10 yards from Forza, just moments after he taunted her. So she'd be able to land on her feet. So this fall was nothing to her, especially while controlled. The ground under her, however, gave way and crumbled beneath her feet. Her opponent too may feel a slight vibration from this, though likely not enough to get such a steadfast man off his guard. Okay, I'm just looking at some of the obvious typos I made there and correcting them. I think that was from Grammarly. Who's watching? It's probably Forza. Actually stream sniping. Imagine stream sniping your roleplay opponent. Totally didn't add him so he wouldn't come into this and I would have someone watching this. Totally not that. Some crystal, like dust and debris, came from the ground. Perhaps enough to cover Demise's lower body as her legs moved. Just seconds after landing, to unleash her opening gambit. Oh, not a second. Just a fraction of a second. Okay. I'm a joke, okay? I was spelling debris like how it sounds, not like how it's spelled. Shut it. During her landing, Demise's spiked high heels stabbed into the ground. From them, they were embedded just deep enough to keep hold as she quickly kicked both her legs at blurring speeds. First the right foot, then the left. Then the left. There we go. Oh, high heels. Okay. Is high heels just a one word? I suppose not. Fair enough. Okay then. The more you know. I am a newbie at being a girl. Shut it. Let's see. Right foot, then the left. But it would look like they were coming at more. Let's see. Forza would only have but a fleeting moment to react as too heavy. Crystal chunks flew at him. I'm trying to think of what my next move is going to be here, actually. Flew at him. Let's see, how big are they? I'm trying to think of a good bow slightly larger than a cinder block. Yeah, I think that's a good measurement for the bow, slightly larger than a cinder block. Let's see, if this hit, it would deal bludgeoning damage, but likely not fatal, since the first was let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to separate it like this, because this is me sending the attack, and this is me saying what the attack's going to do if it hits him. It would deal bludgeoning damage, but were they even aimed? Well, yeah, well, yes. The first leg kicked. Let's see, the first leg kicked a block to his lower bot, to his legs, which would arrive just a fraction of a second before the second brick, which was instead aimed at his head. The classic going low and high at the same time. Okay, let me move this elsewhere. But were they even aimed? The classic going low and high at the same time. Okay. Sorry, a lot of writing. Fuck you, Grammarly. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're lucky I even have the free version of you. Legit, I've been thinking of taking it off. But I honestly kind of need the extra help. I just know when to say no to Grammarly more often than I used to. Bludgeoning damage. Likely not fatal. Unless they... Only the head one had a likelihood of dealing any heavy damage with a direct hit. But she hoped this little bit would set the pace. Okay. Alright, I was thinking of doing a follow-up at Chain Attack, like I was saying earlier in the stream. But the more I think about that, the more I think that's actually not the best play. Because Chain Attacks mean you're committing to something that's probably going to fail anyway. And if you're committing to something, that gives you less maneuverability in the timeline. So I think I was about to make a huge mistake. So I'm going to go back to my previous philosophy. We'll set the pace. After this attack was sent, Demise would go back on guard into a more neutral stance while still inside the wait. Okay, I want to make a slight movement tech alteration. I wasn't really thinking about that. The force was enough to send Demise back just 2 feet to be out of the crater that just formed. Yeah. Okay, how big of a crater would this be? Probably like the arm span of a human. Is what I have in my. Okay, I take this back. You know what? I'm gonna Google something funny. How big was the crater Yamcha died in? Okay, Yamcha's 6 foot. He's kind of curled up though, so that was a fun thing to Google, I guess. But actually, that was a pretty good reference point, like dead ass. After this attack was sent, she take a more neutral pose while still standing inside the crater. She do this by landing just a few feet, just 2 feet behind her to avoid the larger holes she created with her attack. Let's see. Her left foot took a step back while her knees bent. Her hand, the queen's hand still grasped her katana. The darkness around her only grew as she waited to use it. She had a feeling that time was coming soon. But perhaps her opponent will surprise her and force her to do something more creative than that. The thought excited her as she watched her opponent closely, her gaze slowly becoming more cold and void. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing I wanted to add. No. In fact, that's not gonna happen. After all, she couldn't help but be interested in that shield, especially now that she could examine it up close. Oh, dang it, I just burped on stream. Just 2 feet behind her. Would surprise her, yeah. Okay, I guess I'll take Microsoft word for that. Or whatever, or was that Grammarly? I don't even fucking know. I'm just vibing. Up close. Okay. This post is so much longer than I was expecting it to be. We're at 615 words already. Jeez. Indeed, their powers did have some type of similarity. At least her and the shield. The ominous power within seemed to hide something much greater. The same could be said for Demise, as she was just a vessel for the heart of Avalon to interact with this world, unable to tap into the ocean of power in which just a fraction of its power created the lands around them, yet was indifferent to both of their existences equally. Her own Demise's own powers were a mystery. Were an uncovering mystery to her. But what she didn't already know, she planned to use fully against her opponent. The only question what route would she take? Nah. I would have ended with something neat like that, though. Okay. This excitement and curiosity kept the Abionian queen happy, but getting excited for the match ahead, and her spirits high. Her opponent would likely have no idea how good that was for him, but over time, her battle lust would grow. Even now, as she wonders, Forza may notice that her eyes are becoming distant. More distant and darker in hue. Just what did this mean for the shield-wielding fighter? And how would he react to her opening attack? Okay. Add the dictionary. And fighter. Okay. Let's see here. Let's proofread this bad boy, girl, whatever. What is the gender of a post? Is it like this bad boy or this bad girl? Does it depend on your gender? Does it depend on the object? So I know like ships and stuff like that are women, which is kind of misogynistic the more I think about it. But I guess a girl can own a boat too. I wouldn't mind owning a boat. I've been on a boat before. They're pretty fucking chill. They can get you out of the country. So would a spaceship. Let's go to Mars. I'm sorry, I was having a moment there. Let's get back to focus. The crystal icon saw the man appear in the city streets below. A smile crept on her face. Bringing a twisted smile to her face. Though this twisted killer-like instinct would be interrupted by the words of her opponent. This lowly man dared yell at a queen. The boldness. Person downright endearing. She was glad to pick such a rowdy first opponent to test out her new powers. See, it's like, it's like, it looks like I'm about to be a bitch, like, how dare this little fucking peasant, but, nah, this is gonna be good shit. I want someone to fight me as an equal in character and in RP in general. Oh damn, we've been streaming for 69 minutes, fuck yeah. Sorry if you hear my mama golem sleeping in the background. Okay. I lost my place. There were a few things the shield boy got wrong about her. Not that she could know that yet. Okay. Okay, but got wrong about her. She was not born of royalty, but rather void and original, despite striving to find it. Her kingdom and the world went along with her true form. The great crystal, known as the Heart of Avalon. However, neither side knew each other's backstories, nor let's see each other's backstories. Nor the struggles this man went through, and the power of the curse shield at his side, and unwilling and the true devilish nature of their symbiotic bond. Yet, wouldn't stop her from trying to find out. Alright. I think that sounds pretty good. But yet, it was her trying to find out what she could by the end about her opponent by the end of this battle. Oh. Okay, I think I want to fix this a little bit. However, the shield isn't true yet. Okay, I think just this one sentence in particular is throwing me off, and I need to move or delete this one because it doesn't belong there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's where that sentence belongs. I think I accidentally just edited it wrong to begin with or something. Okay, I'm gonna take out this one. In fact, something already piqued her curiosity. Because I have a bad habit of writing when I'm thinking of writing in the future, in the past. And then realizing, no, that doesn't go there. Let's see. In fact, something piqued her curiosity. There were two distinct energies coming from her, from the man, both faint yet ominous in nature. At least one ominous in nature. Oh, Peter. That's a separate word? I feel like a dummy. Really? Oh. I feel like a fucking idiot. You know, I never actually had to, like, spell out the word peaked. I thought, like, peaked as in, like, yeah, it's peaked. Like, it is the highest level of curiosity. But no, that wouldn't really make any sense. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. I just never had to actually spell out that word, and then I got exposed as illiterate right here on stream. God damn it. There were two distinct energies coming from the man, both faint, yet at least one ominous in nature. Demise laughed slightly at the idea. Stay up and let the poor kind climb, but he was far too interested in this phenomenon of her opponent, so she had to take a closer look. Okay, that's a little... I could just take out that part. So she had to have a closer look. How about we... Okay. I think that's a little cleaner for the paragraph organization. Also, I'm dumb. I should be double posting all. Yeah, I was doing this wrong to begin with. There we go, there we go. We're almost done with this post. I just gotta finish proofreading it. I think it should go a little more smoothly on the second half. I slightly had the idea of staying out there and let the poor guy climb up, but she was far too interested in this. Actually, I'm a little bit confused with why I was saying that to begin with, and I thought being still grasped her. She suddenly jumped down at hurling speeds from atop the crystal tower. With a grace, she flew through the air as if gliding, though it was merely falling, with style. Then, with a crashing sound, she landed roughly 10 yards from Forza at a moment, just moments after his taunt. There we go. Demise's body was hard and durable, able to withstand impact, still like a normal human spider, so this ball was nothing to her, especially while controlled. The ground under her, however, gave way and crumbled beneath her feet, forming a crater that would end just a few feet. You know what? I'm doing this just for the laws. About the size a Cyberman would make after it murdered Yamcha. There we go. It exploded and murdered Yamcha. Are we keeping that? I think we're keeping that. It's silly. I like it. Okay, let's see. opponent too may feel vibrations from this, though likely enough to get such a steadfast to fall off his guard, let alone lose his footing. Some crystal-like dust and debris came from the ground, perhaps enough to cover Demise's lower body, as her legs moved just a fraction of a second after landing to unleash her opening gambit. Oops, I didn't space that correctly. During her. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me do. Okay, I think this is better paragraph organization, though I'm accidentally not spacing enough again. Okay, Demise's lower body as her legs moved just a fraction of a second at her landing to unleash her opening gambit. During her land, I just don't like that. To the ground upon impact. They were embedded just deep enough to get a hold as she kicked both her legs at blurring speeds. First her right foot, then her left. But it looked simultaneously after each other. I have to admit, this might put me in a slightly vulnerable spot, but I think I'll be okay for one key reason. And I wouldn't mind, like, I'm not going to say anything else in case it is Forza watching, but there is something I worry about here. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Totally not setting a trap for you. Wink. Okay. Forza would only have a fleeting moment to react as two heavy crystal chunks flew at him, both slightly larger than a cinder block. But were they even? Well, yes. The first leg. The first block was sent to his legs, which arrived just a fraction of a second before the second chunk. Okay, I made this way too cumbersome. Okay. Right after, almost immediately after, they'd have to deal with the second chunk as it came flying at their head. At the same time, if it hit, it would deal bludgeoning damage. Only the head had likelihood of dealing any heavy damage if it was a direct hit, but she hoped this little bit would set the pace. Okay. Writing Sabamantin Dictionary. I'm hoping I spelled that correctly. If I didn't, I'm a little sad. Let's see. After this attack, she take a more neutral while still standing inside the creator? No, crate. Wait. Okay. I think I accidentally spelled crater like this. And then it auto-corrected. Okay, let's see. She do this by landing just 2 feet behind her to avoid the large torch created from her attack. but she'd be on the ground around the time the attack was expected to make impact. There we go. I think that's a good time measurement of what I have in mind here. It's not impossible for them to take advantage of these moments, but it would be really hard, because I'm essentially only trying to land and then kick blocks at them to start the fight and see how they react to it. There's really not much else going on here. Unless there is, and I'm gaslighting. Possible. Let's see. After this attack was sent, she take a more neutral pose. While still standing inside the crater, she lay about 2 feet behind her, avoiding the 2 large holes created with her attack. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I wrote the right thing, but I think I put it at the wrong area. Yeah, this is... was sent... There we go. Yeah, just put it here. She'd be on the ground on the time the attack was expected to make impact. During that time, she'd take a more neutral pose while still standing inside the crater. Outskirts of the small crater. Just avoiding the 2 other holes from the scent chunks. I can get rid of that. No. Her left foot took a step back while her knees bent. The queen's hand still grasped her ground. The darkness around her only grew as she waited to use it. Use both her darkness and blade. I don't get what it... No suggestions available, then okay, ignore it. Fuck you. Grammarly dumb. Demise had a feeling that time... She waited to use both her darkness and blade against her foe. Demise had a feeling that time was coming soon, but that time was coming soon. Yeah, I guess that is correct. Huh, it's actually correct. Demise had a feeling that time was coming soon. Had the feeling that time was coming soon. There we go. We don't have to put that twice. The fact Microsoft Word didn't pick that up kind of worries me. Is it on properly? Probably. but perhaps her opponent would surprise her. I don't you can help but be interested in shields. Okay, I kind of want to do this part, but let me reword this part here because it's kind of awkward. It's coming soon. First, though, she had to find out more about this man's shield. Already, she'd be able to make some observations about it. Okay. We're up the last 2 paragraphs of this post. I'm deciding if I want to do another post after this or not. Originally, I was going to post to the continuation of another roleplay last time. I'll probably do it just because it's a much smaller post. But I might not. Or save it for next time. Or maybe just do it all stream. We'll see. Indeed, their powers do have some type of similarity. At least that was true for his shield. The ominous power within seemed to hide something much greater. The same could be said for Demise, as she was just a vessel for the heart of Avalon to interact with the world, unable to tap into his ocean of power, in which a fraction of this power created lands around them. Yet, these lands were different to both of their existences equally. Demise's own powers were an uncovering mystery to her, but what she did overnight she planned on using fully against her opponent. Against Forza, to test both hers and the man's shield's limits. Okay, I have to admit, I am shifting my character's motivations here to more of playing than trying to win as quickly as possible. That being said, my character is not one that really holds back too much. Like, when this fight actually gets serious. Like, yeah. Right now, things are very calculated testing grounds. And maybe to get a few advantageous situations going, pretty much. But let's finish this up. This excitement and curiosity kept the Avalonian Queen excited for the match ahead, and her spirits high. Her opponent would likely have no idea that was good for her, but over time, her battle lust would grow. And bloodlust would grow. Even now, Forza may notice that her eyes were becoming more distant and darker in hue. What did this mean for the shield? The young fighter? And how would he react? He'd have to react to her sudden okay. Perhaps he should deal with the giant with the small boulders flying at their head before finding that out. This is something that would only be found as both dove deeper into the battle. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, charge equals 2. 1 plus 1 minus 0. Yep, yep. Charge points. Do they use charge or charge points? Just charge is fine, honestly. Charge 2. 1 plus 1 minus 0. Okay. And I think we have it. Ultimately, all I did was jump off a building and then go up a building, land, and attack. Yeah. It's definitely a very flawed attack. Me taking the high ground was, without taking advantage of the high ground, was honestly a disadvantage. But it just sounded cool and stoic at the time, so I decided to do it. Dumb on my part. I'm gonna try to get back into battling shape though and make smarter decisions down the line as I get into more practice. But for now, I feel good with sending this. And I'm gonna do so now in the Discord server. Let me try to be quick about that. Did it get all the way down to the opening gambit line? It did. Okay. I'm trying to figure out all my fucking tabs here. It's not going well. Actually, can I just fit the rest of these? I might be able to. I honestly got more than I thought I was going to get before. Okay, so I feel happy with that one. But we really do have one more post to get to before I call it a night. I kind of figured this would be a longer stream than I was originally hoping for, but I'm cool with that too. Oh, shoot, you probably hear me messing with my cough drop there. My bad. Okay, I'm trying to find my RP general. Open RP closed. Alright. Last time on Writing Ball Z. I'm gonna read off my last post real quick. This is a roleplay where essentially it takes place in the universe of my tournament that I'm hosting on the website that I also had a writing stream about not that long ago. But pretty much they were defeated by their opponent in round 1 and then sent to this field. Demise. It is Duskmon, Koichi, I forget their last name. But yeah, Koichi, Duskmon. And essentially I want to train them in the art of combat. But I'm also doing a storyline where maybe it will kind of reveal some key Avalon stuff later on. You'll see as the story progresses, but right now, Demise, she's in her own crystal world. The crystal scene show another world and timeline where poor Gucci's heart failed, and then the one where the tournament, she's looking through the crystal ball, suing Koichi, a mentor, and then offered her the mentorship of mentor. Unsurprising. Let me show you. It is a short reply. I'll probably give a shorter reply back, which is fine. Oh. Select all. If it lets me. Okay. And mentor, unsurprisingly, his thoughts went to Charamon. If for a moment, you used me, give me the play me, and you deactivated me. I thank you for giving me this form, but I no longer serve and unwilling to be a slave. Duskmon finally spoke to someone seemingly wasn't there, but knew He was watching from the shadows, eventually focused on a crimson gaze at the one in front of him. I will not accept help. I won't accept help, but if you offer, simply too good not to take. It won't be easy either. That's fine with me. Alright. Interesting. Added a potential cherubmon in the fucking background of this roleplay, you know? I might be able to work with that in the long run, but for now, at first, it seemed the young man was reluctant to take the offer. Demise couldn't read the minds of the unwilling, so not yet could she know his true thoughts, but and see, yeah, can I add true thoughts, but but I'm sorry, I got a little bit of writer's block here. Okay, never mind. I remember what I'm gonna put now. But the queen could look into his eyes. It seems that they were controlled, had past trauma. Oh right, it must have been them. She didn't remember their name offhand, but she recalled a dark being tricking poor Koichi into joining the forces of evil. In fact, even the thoughts of that being seemed to resonate between these pools of darkness, as if their legacy of evil was watching over them. For both of their sakes. For their sakes, hopefully this was just a mere reflection created by the crystal fine world of Avalon. Sometimes I just speed type it too, just because, okay, I know I'm gonna probably type this wrong, but fuck it. Yet, to her surprise, Demise heard a yes to the offer. Demise gave a soft smile before walking up to the warrior. I see. Thank you for trusting in me, despite everything you went through. after we're done training, you will have a higher level of darkness mastery that will help you protect those you care about, and maybe even more than that. Guys would tell Dustman in a stoic tone. There are those who see darkness as always evil, always in the shadows. But I don't think we are cursed by our nature, only our choices. You may have chosen wrong in the past, but you got beyond that. And became a fighter for good. With that and your bravery, I think you would make a great Knight of Darkness. Demise said as she literally made up a new title on the spot. Wait, what the heck? Oh. Normal, please. My character's a full of shit, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Little bit. What the fuck? Why is this being weird? No, really. Oh, because it's still the... What's the default? I'm so confused of why it's messing up, but I don't think it's gonna matter once I copy and paste it on the Discord, so I'm just gonna hurry up and finish this. First though, let me show you. Okay, seriously, that's a problem. First, there we go. That was fucking weird. First though. Let me teach you the basics of how battling works for tournament fights. It will help you along the real battles begin. I have observed yours in other worlds, and you seem to have something as a video game. So I took a little inspiration and threw some money I found around. and had a friend design these. By the way, I'm just making a bullshit. Like, maybe I can find someone later on in post-hoc, say they are the ones who designed it, but I'm just making shit up right now. I do want to have like tech and whatnot in Avalon, but right now it's just a magical realm. Actually, it could be Shinra who designed it. And I have to admit, I'm sort of doing a video game tutorial for the roleplay rule set, so maybe this can be sort of a pseudo tutorial in the long run, but not really. No, it's not. At those words, she put her hand towards Koichi. A light formed around her hand where her crystal ball once was. Instead, appeared a headset. It was small and had said came a AR headset. To be worn as a visor over one's eyes. Put these on. They will allow you to see graphics and other lessons to help you get the basics down for battle. I doubt you'll need to use this more than once, but I figured you'd be a good test dummy, Imai said before sticking her tongue out in jest. Nonetheless, she presented these to Duskmon. Once they took them, their lessons could begin. Alright, there's something bigger I want to do in this roleplay later on, but I'm gonna wait till later. This is a close friend, and even though there's battle elements in this, it's not as super serious as the other one, so I'm gonna not proofread this one. I admit, lazy, but yeah, whatever. It'd be like that. You should proofread your post overall though, but if you have a friend where you know it won't matter that much, like with this current friend where she won't mind as long as she can read it, and I can always fix it later too. Just remember, if you're fixing your posts on a forum or something, get permission, otherwise you could be cheating, and that's not good. Never look like you're cheating. Cheating bad. But yeah, this stream has been almost 2 fucking hours, and didn't really... wanted to be that long, but it is that long. Oh well, it's all good. Think what I'm gonna do next is, if I do decide to stream again, which I think I need to do at least more than one stream, maybe, I don't know. I might stream me speedrunning some Tetris. But I may... Yeah, I might decide to stream me some Tetris speedrun attempts. Because we have a new potential world record, though it doesn't have audio. We kind of changed the rules recently. Ah, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But thank you for those who shut up for at least a little bit and accidentally stumble upon this and decide to listen to my ramblings while doing whatever. Yeah, not sure when I'm gonna do a writing stream again. Kinda wanna do one that's non-roleplay related in the future. Something more attuned to what I did with my Amelia Watson goodbye letter. Since that's still to date my most popular stream of all time at 210 views, but didn't really do anything beyond that. But I've been thinking about it. Maybe I was thinking I had two friends of mine for that. I'm just fucking rambling into the void to make it to exactly 2 hours because OCD, but I can just do that with the loading screen anyway. Haha. But I was thinking either a letter to my Oshi series where I write letters to different VTubers and maybe other creators and people important to me in the long run. Similar to my goodbye letter to Amelia Watson, but obviously not a goodbye letter. I was considering a thank you letter to Doki Bird, for example. Another one was doing that general concept, but even more generalized, where I just talk about some of my favorite Oshis and VTubing, especially Hololive, and yeah, because I do have a heavy Hololive bias, which hey, there's a new gen introduced for a device, and I do follow two the device members at least loosely because they've had, Marika has English streams, and Kadade, she's the underdog of Hololive, JP, and she has had awesome English moments as well if you've seen her clips. Yeah. But, the designs look cool. I haven't watched all of the intro video yet. I was going to do it before the stream, but then I ran out of time. Oh well, oh well. Yeah, I want to do something like that next week. Either I want to frame it. I was thinking of doing it as a framing device of finding my new Oshi because Amelia Watson Grajimo waited, but I feel like the ending would be too obvious. Now, who knows, knows. Another way, it would have just been an excuse to talk about all my Oshis. But I have a feeling that would be disrespectful at this point, so I think I might just continue the Letter 2 series and do Doki Bird for episode 2, and do a little fan letter and little fan art of some kind. I was thinking of drawing her as a tomato, because not even I could fuck up the color red. Where my drawing of Amelia Watson had Ame with green hair. I was trying to use a pick tool and thought, okay, I'm sure it's like some dirty sand blonde or something. No, it's green. Fucking idiot. Pain. Anyway, enough literally rambling into the void. But yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat and then see if I feel like playing a little bit of Tetris. So long, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.